one companion, and why did you choose the bug? Why didn't you choose the hulking, twerking bull?
Arataki Ito is disqualified for fielding an additional animal companion. It's one animal per contestant. That's the rule.
But me, Crimson Staff, and Ushi are one. We should only count as one contestant. Hey, oh, come on!
Ah! Oh! Oh man, it's a seraphim or some crap. Noble traveler from distant realms. Returnee from the sea of stars. Greetings, I bid you welcome. It knows you? But I don't know it. I've definitely met some freaky creatures, but none quite like this. Touch the Animo Archon statue over there. It is a gateway that leads onto the heavens. Are you sure Sightlines is supposed to hear these things? At least let us take her back first! Inconceivable. You really came. Ah! She got cute away like my brother Ether.
A witch will do anything for her own amusement, even if it causes innocent people to suffer. That's why it's a hunter's duty to... Wait, you two. You're Alice's trusted confidants, the renowned duo of the Traveler and Paimon.
A hunter?
Hold on. Let me start over. My name's Prune, and I'm Alice's... friend. Yeah, friend. In fact, she invited me here to take care of a, witch-related incident.
Not a very good cover after what you just said. You're a little sus there, little girl.
But we lost contact due to certain uncontrollable circumstances, so... Guessing this is the weird kid who was asking around about witches?
Looks like it.
See, do they not look alike? They even have green eyes! Oh shit, he's gonna run. I could see the resemblance. Beautiful goat, by the way. Okay, maybe not spot on.
I'll use eat a lot. Well, not Varka, because I don't have Varka. A little more. Yeah. And... damn, we can't zoom in any further. Never mind what I was doing. Still not a bad view. See, it's just running normal and then just sprinting at the last minute. I did various... sprinting. I tapped my sprint button. Not exactly accurate to what I was actually doing. At least I get a chance to see Barka's ass in motion. Oh! Her... wings?
Wait! Who are you? And why do you...
What? Wait, what just happened to her? Also great animation there. What just happened?
Why you have the same...
I've been through this moment
Even her
so many
eyes.
times in my head. Imagining you sharing the same pain I feel. The less you know, the better.
My head! Don't go! Wait!
But Linnea! Oh no. Not sure if there's any tricks that you guys remembered from the beginning, but if you saw some mint or sweet flowers kind of arranged in like a triangle or some kind of pattern like that, if you use the elemental sight, and I'm pretty sure most of you don't like to do it because it's cheating. If it's a glowy like that, it's fine, but if it was dark, then a whopper flower is gonna pop out. There she is! Huh? Who ripped down my notice? Oh, we don't actually even interact with her or nothing? Daughter, why don't you talk to me? Please, daughter, listen to me!
Monsieur Novelat, can I ask a question?
Of course you may.
I've heard that Leo has fire wrapped in paper. Lights that can grant any wish. Is that true? Fire wrapped in paper? Wouldn't it break? And isn't that dangerous?
There is something like that. They're called Shao lanterns.
Yeah.
They aren't dangerous if properly handled, but they do not actually have the power to grant wishes. I'm sorry.
Aww.
You don't need to apologize.
Simply listening to me describe them would be quite dull. How about I bring some back for you once I visit Liyue?
Hey, guys. There it goes. Make a wish, everybody.
You found yourself getting hungry in the wild. What are some things you could eat?
That's easy. Laca berries, midsummer berries.
There's loads of options.
Oh man, I really want to have that pie that's in front of him right now. That looks so tasty. I like pie. Oh, it's the pie! Let me have it. No, let me have the pie! Damn it.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! You got some moves. I'll give you that. But it's gonna take more than that to defeat the Ito! See, Crimson Staff!
Oh, she's back! I knew they wouldn't had let Ito go deny cry by himself.
Ushi, you and me have crushed countless foes in our time. Now, with the three of us together, ain't no one gonna stand in our way.
But Ito, weren't you only supposed to have one companion? And why did you choose the bug? Why didn't you choose the hulking
See the sun.
Hello, everybody. I'm here. Hi there, Mystic. Nice to see you, bright and early. Oh, God, I have a hell of a headache going on. But, yeah, what's up, everybody? It's me, Mare. I'm back in Genshin, and today I'm putting a pause on, doing moon exploration. Don't worry. I mean, it's the fucking moon. It's not gonna go anywhere, so I'm gonna do the, Genshin event that's going on right now, where, I guess the Protectors of the Nations have once again gathered and are swapping, like, battlefield intel and techniques and such. And this time, rather than, I don't know, doing some kind
Word
of,
of advice,
battle
don't break the
simulator,
law.
it's gonna be shooting.
Is there
I guess
anything
it's just
else?
a,
yeah, seriously.
just
Don't
a
break
just a
the law.
little taste, just a little taste of, I don't know, doing shooting in Chesnaya, because apparently that's gonna happen. And I hope I don't horribly suck at that, but I horribly suck at just about anything. Until I figure it out. As you do when you're learning shit. But yeah, I'm not none too good about, like, shooting accurately. Quickly. Although we did have something like that with Chaska back over at the Easy Breeze Resort, so it's probably something like that. Nothing too bad. Ugh, excuse me. And pardon if I was just a little bit late today, because I happened to catch Nick Olson, the VA for Flint's. He started playing HSR, so
I once considered
yeah,
keeping some
I
pets
think
in my
he's still
office, but
streaming,
soon gave up
so
on the idea.
I don't mind if
It's
you
just
end
not
up,
right
like,
to keep
watching
small
that
animals
instead.
where they
But
won't be able to see the
interesting
sun.
thing to, like, look out, he actually did respond to, like, one of my messages that I ended up sending, so that was pretty cool to see. It was awful, though, but it was cool to see. Basically, what kind of happened was, well, I just kind of realized, oh man, the game's a little quiet, so I just mentioned that. And as he does, he was hitting shit on his soundboard or whatever. And well, he has Kafka. Now he's like right at the beginning. You're technically playing through Kafka and Silverwolf. So of course he hit the RR button like, oh god, the game is quiet. But my neighbors could hear the RR as like a little joke or whatever. But apparently he did see that, and what do? He ends up blasting like the soundboard and everything. That was kind of funny. I'm like, please stop! I don't want them to get the wrong idea. And then another round of hitting the soundboard. I was like, no. But that was hilarious. That was funny. He does really abuse the soundboard, but at least he can't jump in HSR. He has to accept that he can't just be jumping around and running amok in HSR. So that's fucking hilarious. But yeah, it wasn't like me like this channel. I was using like my other YouTube channel. That's the one I use for like
Word of
just
advice,
tooling around
don't
on
break the law.
YouTube.
Is there anything
So
else?
he doesn't like say Bear.
seriously.
He just says
don't
my
break the
other
law.
name that I use on that account. So that's something to look at. But anyway, enough about him. I got it my own stream to freaking do. So let's look at the description for the event. Final long range sightlines. Oh god, there's only 4 days left on that. About time I should get to this. That is really funny, and yeah, I saw he is playing HSR, and that's great. Yeah, it's hilarious. He's just like, where's the jump button? Son of a bitch. Also, what character will you get from the free selector on HSR? I might get Kafka. Oh shit, I haven't even thought about that. I guess I'll... Who the hell's even on the selector? Was it like the same one? Is it like the same characters that was on the previous one? That's the one I got Edward Tureen on, so... Ooh, shoot. Yeah, just lay out whatever the options were. Let me read this description. Let's see. Final long-range sightlines. Warriors from across Tibet continue to exchange techniques and refine their tactics together. Recently, skilled shooters from the Knights of Avonia, Fontaine's Mason Gardiennage, and Natlan's Flower Feather clan assembled at Lumidos Harbor for a distinctive joint exercise. Oh, golly. You think we're gonna see, Shaska there? Maybe Lowen? But, I don't know, Kafka is a pretty good pick. But again, I have to see my options, though. Let's just get over there. Sightlines and camera tricks. Camera tricks? What, are we gonna do a photo op here? God damn it. If we have to do another photo taking shoot again, I'm gonna freak out. Let's see, a special training ground has been set up in the southern section of Lumidos Harbor in Fontaine. Let's get over there. Oof, haven't been over to this outpost in a while. Oh, it is Chaska! Oh, bird. Why is Lynette's health so low? Oh well. Terminal ballistics are impeccable. The dispersion is close to ideal. According to our assessment modules, according to our assessment models, here at the Mason Guardianage's Weapons Bureau, your weapon is very much a cannon. Oh yeah. It's just a shame that we need at least 2 teams worth of manpower to deploy our musket in the field. It's too complicated to use. Thank you for the approval, Officer Shepros. Actually, I don't think the high barrier to entry is a bad thing. Before I had the Soul Sniper Ritual Staff, custom made by Salonen, we agreed that. The stronger the weapon, the stricter its usage standards should be. Apart from their difficulty of use, I've even considered placing a normal cognition-based lock on such weapons. Huh. That way, we can ensure they are wielded by the right people, preventing any immense damage resulting from criminal theft. Smart. That's a fair concern, Officer Chaska. Officer Chaska. Ooh la la. Weapon that leads to committed crimes is not uncommon here in Fontaine. Wow, so many old friends! Fontaine's Mason Guardiennage, Natlan's Flower Feather Clan, and a Knight of Favonius? What's going on with this little gathering of yours? Another multilateral exchange? Bullseye. You can count on the situation. You can caught onto the situation immediately. Sometime back, the Special Patrol sent Taruna to Leeway to take part in a joint war game. That war game became the catalyst for ever more frequent exchanges between the armed forces of various nations. Yeah, I think they have had at least 2 or 3 other kind of exchanges like this. This time around, it's the routine ballistics war game between Fontaine and Mondstadt, aimed at sharpening combatants' battlefield planning capabilities on all sides. And this time, thanks to our friends at the Knights of Favonius putting in a good word, the warriors of Natlan's Flower Feather Clan have joined the war game as well. The Flower Feather Clan warriors are skilled at firing while in flight. They've opened the doors to a whole new world for us. The Knights must have gotten to know the Natlanese warriors during the expedition then. should have thought of that sooner. Let's see. The free selector might only have Gilgamesh and Archer, but I'm not sure. Well, I definitely know that we can either get Archer or Gilgamesh for free, and I already got Archer, so I'm gonna get another copy of Archer then. So that's a guarantee for me. But what's a ballistic war game, really? My one understands every word individually, but put them together and it gets a little confusing. Doesn't shooting just mean firing the gun and being done with it? Aha! If everyone had unlimited ammunition, you'd probably just hold down the trigger, and most enemies would be no problem at all. But combat is a long, drawn-out process. The shooter can only carry so much ammunition, so every shot needs to land, and to land strategically. So, the Knights of Favonius have developed a new type of grenade to help shooters sharpen their understanding. The principle behind it is a little complicated, though. As for the specifics, I'll let our friends from the Knights of Favonius walk you through it. Coming! Apologies, I was buried in report organizing that hasn't been noticed, and haven't even noticed the honoring knight and her little white companion. My greetings to you both. I'm Hedwig, member of the Knights of Favonius General Affairs Company. I'm in charge of recording proceedings for the war game, and coordinating between the gunsmith and our other allies. Speaking of which, the device for this round actually has a connection to you two. Do you remember the strange Shamachurl statue that once appeared in Dalupa Gorge? Oh yeah, I totally remember that. That was fun. Yeah, I remember. That was a while ago, but I definitely remember. That was cool. I got to, I guess, possess Hilichurls. That was interesting. Even Paimon's a bit fuzzy on it. Hey, wait, why don't you give us a short version? Right then, I'll skip past the old legends and scattered intel and cut to it. According to the investigation company's findings, this statue was the work of an ancient Shamachurl, the Ladler of Proth. Chuldrick? Had taken an unused domain and reshaped it into a place to drill his battlet formations. The honorary knight defeated one of Chuldrick's lingering shadows back then, which caused the domain to collapse. In the eyes of Upano, that oversaw the formation scattered out into the open. Once the support company had a sample in hand, they spent the better part of a year carefully disassembling and analyzing it. Eventually, they got the technology figured out, combined it with the design principles of Liwei's overhead surveillance systems, and produced a kind of visualizing observation grenade, meant for long-range reconnaissance, so a shooter can gather information from a position of safety. What a roundabout journey! I would never imagine that little fellow we wrapped up without much fanfare would leave behind such a mysterious treasure. The upshot is, in a wargame setting, the observation grenade lets shooters see through the eyes of the round in flight, deepening their grasp of trajectory and obstacles. So they can practice shooting strategy geared towards different scenarios. It works on quite a few clever little angles. Oh gosh. As for us Flowerfeather clan members, our Saurian riders often have difficulty determining the effects of shots we make while riding our Kukasaurs. We were up in the sky, after all, with our targets being far away. These observation grenades can thus help us conduct battlefield damage assessments. That's a term I learned from the Special Patrol. By the by, it's a very concise concept. Neat. At present, people involved in the war game have completed everything in our two leaders. Chaska and Chevros have designated for them. All that's left is to complete our war game with an expanded sample. Since you're here, Honorary Knight, would you like to try it out? Yes. By all means. I did notice at the Fontinalia Film Festival that you're quite a crack shot. And an inspired one, too. That's perfect. That's perfect. I'm personally interested to see how much your marksmanship improved over the years. And from the perspective of the war game, your lack of familiarity with the observation grenades means that you can form an excellent control group for us. Yeah! You know, it does feel like this grenade thing has real history with us. Might as well try its effects for ourselves, huh? It would be pretty fun. Guess I'll have to step up and take this seriously. Yeah, serious mode. Totally! An extra skill's an extra skill, right? Never know if we'll run into some sort of, bad guy who can only be taken out with muskets or something. Great. In that case, I'll prepare the venue and notify all that we have... Notify all those we have playing as targets. God, I am not doing well at this at all. The rules are simple. Make a few adjustments as possible while defeating your targets efficiently. I should first say that this drill was made to be tough. Even the Special Patrol's previous marksmanship instructor, Enijin, was barely able to pass. But I suspect you'll do just fine. Of course, there's no need to feel pressured. Sometimes shooting is not about technique, but also about inspiration that arrives as light as feathers, and a little luck to send it off on the win. Don't think of this as a test, but more of a relaxing game. Perhaps you'll gain something unexpected from all this, And final long-range sightlines. Travelers must fire an observation grenade to hit every target in the drill ground without touching any obstacles. After hitting a target, the observation grenade can be fired again from the target's current position in a new direction, continuing to fly in a straight line. The challenge fails if you hit an obstacle. The farther the observation grenade flies before hitting a target, the higher the score. To get a high score in the drill, plan your trajectory carefully and aim for long-range hits whenever possible. Mark targets arranging the firing order to help plan the projectile's path. Aim at a target and select the corresponding button to mark it. Select the same button again to unmark it. You can also use the clear all option to remove all current target marks. Alright, let's see. You know, I am kind of curious about what the hell the, selector was for that, so let me take just a quick look on what the, HSR character
keeping some pets in my office, but
character selector is.
It's just not right to keep small animals
Character
see the sun.
Selector. Yeah, there was like one at the start of the patch, at the 4.0 patch. Is it for the... What's the next patch gonna be? It's 4.5?
A word of advice, don't break the law. Is there anything else? Yeah, seriously, don't break the law.
Let's see. Is it Sparkle, Acheron, Kafka, Adventuring, Dan Hung, Imbibitor, Lune? I think I'll have to pick at a Sparkle, because I ended up I could have picked her during the last one, but I ended up taking Adventuring instead. Oh, it's 4.4. Yeah. But yeah, I think those are the characters that are available. Okay. Because, yeah, having Sparkle in my account would be pretty huge. I tried to pull for her last banner, but ended up not succeeding. I forgot who I actually ended up getting in when I lost my 50-50. Wasn't it like another welt?
Have you ever seen these stickers
Or
on
was
my
it like
back? Do me a favor
Japard?
and
Wait,
take
no,
them
I got
off.
Japard
Melazines
for
like to play pranks
when I was
sometimes.
pulling for Boot Hill. Actually, speaking of which, I am trying to build a Japard right now, too. Let's see, what are these two doing over here? Really not going to play another round, instructor? I've already got my best score on the board. You saw, I'm getting a bit too old for this. Up against that fancy new war game, the most I could do is scrape by with a passing grade. How the hell can she shoot? She got mitts for hands. Also, you're old. I mean, Melazines are pretty goddamn long-lived, so I don't think there's any difference between you or any other Melazine that's any difference between, like, you from, like, when you were just first born to you now, and however old that you are. Probably, like, 500, 400 or something like that. But the passing grade is 60% of Captain Shepard's score. Outside of you, everyone else flunked, so where's the too old coming from? No, I want to keep listening. If you don't shoot now, I'll never see you holding a musket again. I didn't even feel it coming on. How did the time go by so quickly? What are you crying for, kiddo? I'm just retiring. It's not like we'll never see each other again. Oh, cool. You get to retire? That's fantastic. You want to see me? Easy enough. Pick a place, treat me to dinner once a week. Ooh. Yes. But that's not buttered Dalga. You can pick the hotel de boer for all I care. But maybe not every week. How about once a month? Whatever you arrange, I can take. But seriously though, from now on, all the new recruits we've got are yours. Keep good eye on Marine and Roxanne. Make sure they don't lose themselves in the work. And don't let the recruits come up short of where you were back in the day. The moment any of them slacks off, give them a swift kick in the rear. I will. A swift kick in the rear. Yeah. Good. My sisters are calling me down to Natlan for a vacation. I might be at a Fontaine for a couple months. Oh, fantastic. She gets to go to, Natlan too. And when I'm back from vacation, I'll be coming to inspect your results. I won't let you down, instructor. Do you think I could both get Himiko Nova and Sparksy before the version ends? I mean, how many pulls do you have, like, right now? And have you done, like, any explorations? Because, at the very least, if you want to probably pull on both the banners, you probably want to have 160 pulls. That way you have 80 for both of them, so it'd be kind of tight. And again, you might lose the 50-50. I'd definitely err on the side of caution to have 160 pulls in my inventory before I start pulling on banners. Wait, where the hell is Chaska? Oh, there she is. We meet again at last. How have things been with you lately? Thanks for asking. How's it been for you in Fontaine? Yeah, I think it was the first for her coming to Fontaine. Honestly, some good and some bad. Let's get the bad out of the way first. Oh. Don't tell me that she was flying around on her gun on the first of the month. As I was crossing some open water on my Spole Sniper, I drifted a bit too close to the shooting range. The special patrol mistook me for an airborne target and left off 2 volleys in my direction. Ooh, that's not good. Luckily, I was moving fast enough that they couldn't lead the shots properly. Not a single round connected, and Captain Chevros arrived in time to call a halt to things. Oof. As long as there was no misunderstanding or friction. Well, only good things followed after that. I took a few easy turns through the city, taking my time to admire all the exquisite man-made architecture, the elaborate machines and ornaments, and the beautifully intricate clothes. I'd been a little worried beforehand. Court of Fontaine is a fortress walled in by stone. I wondered whether the limited sightlines might feel oppressive. As it turned out, the experience was just the opposite of life of the Flower Feather Clan. Being surrounded by towering buildings gave me somehow a strange and pleasant sense of safety. Oh yeah, you probably felt pretty enclosed being in the Court of Fontaine when, yeah. Once the war game's over, I'd like to take a couple more turns through the city. Yeah, hopefully you're gonna do that on foot, man. I have 1 pole! Haven't done any explorating, and still at the beginning of the story. Yeah, I kind of totally forgot that you just restarted the game, so you just, you haven't really progressed all that much of the story then. So, let's see, when I first started, I definitely had at least 300 poles that I ended up using for Anaxa. So, I think you'll probably have, if you manage to do a lot of exploring and a lot of climbing through the storyline, I'm pretty sure you could probably get more than enough poles to get both Himiko Nova and Sparksy.
I once considered keeping some pets in my office, but
and
soon gave
how
up
many
on
days
the
are left
idea. It's
on
just not
the
right
banner
to
right
keep
now?
Small animals where they won't
It can't
be
be
able
that
to see
much.
the sun.
So yeah, you kind of have to be pretty quick with it, dog. But yeah, I'd say if you try to get as much of the story as you can, try to maybe save up 160 pulls, try to pull for one and see if you can get them on the first 50-50, then go to the other banner. Unless you want to have, like, multiple copies on them. I say you'll be fine. Unless it's, like, you only have, like, 3 days left, in which case it's gonna be tight. What about you, Chevros? How's it going? Making every shot count? Sort of. I don't exactly use guns. Another skill is another choice you can make. Who knows, you might find yourself in a future situation where your unusual combat skills are restricted. When that time comes, the option of using a musket at range will be open to you. I guess so. Again, I'm pretty sure this is all just gonna be practice for what's gonna come in Shesnaya. 33 days for Himiko's banner. I don't know about Sparksy's, but probably half that. Oh yeah, definitely. I would probably say try to get to Sparksy's banner first, since that has a shorter run time. Also, just kind of want Sparksy because of the meme of her laughing. Oh yeah, definitely. She's such a meme. So yeah, good luck with those polls. So definitely want to pull for her banner first, but I think you'll have more than enough time to get enough polls for Himiko Nova next. Hardly. There's no need to call it advice. We'd just be sharing our experiences. Trina described your previous shooting form to me. From where I'm standing, you could well have the potential to become the best shot in Tibet, and even set a new long-range record. Of course, live combat situations, urban settings, and target shooting challenges have their own unique features. Use the musket in your hands a few more times, and I'm sure you'll uncover its secrets. Cool, just practice makes perfect. I better get over that. Oh yeah, I think you'll do just fine. God, I remember pulling my first banner for Anaxa. It was... those were probably the most pulls I've ever done on a banner, because I literally saved it up until his, until I really had a character I really wanted to have on my team, and I was so happy. It was definitely well worth having Anaxa. I might actually end up pulling for him in the, on the next banners coming up. Let's start the drill. So yeah, all the stages are open. That's what I was kind of waiting for. I think the last stages opened up yesterday, so I could just breeze right through this. Oh yeah, and don't forget about the light cones too. If you want to get that. Sure, you have to get the initial character, but I'm pretty sure you could probably just slap on some other kind of light cone at this point if you're just starting off in the game. Just save you the polls, just kind of get the character first and then worry about the light cone later. Unless you really, really want to beef them up a little bit. Like I did with Anaxa. Holy shit, I was so surprised. I think it was like one of the few times I actually got 2 5-star items in a single 10 poll. Because I ended up getting his light cone twice in the same 10 poll. Alright, what's the first stage? Assault the Unsteady Stronghold. A training ground consisting mainly of ruined walls and rubble. Stone pillars obstruct the targets, so be mindful of your firing angles. In this exercise scenario, the enemy has occupied the ruins and is attempted to turn them into temporary stronghold. Your forces are to pursue them inside and eliminate all threats. Let's go after it. Yeah, of course, they're fucking Fatui officers and foot soldiers. So, what do I do here? Holy crap. Okay, this is the area that we're operating in. How the fuck do I do this? Oh! Oh, shoot. It's moving around with my controller. That's weird. This is weird. Yeah, let me readjust here. Ugh. There you go. I just moved my controller up a little bit. God, this is really throwing me the hell off. No! Oh gosh, this is definitely going to be a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I keep hitting the wrong fucking button! Which button is it? No! Oh, I can use the... Just one fucking guy. No. God. Shit. This is gonna be way harder than I thought. Ugh. I'm just gonna stay completely still. God damn it. This is gonna be so freaking hard. Is it... No! God fucking damn it. Which one is the fucking... Do I mark him? Okay, I marked him. There we go, got them marked. And shoot. Oh god. I can't see anybody here. What the hell? There was another person here? I didn't even see this guy over here. And then the other guy was over on the stairs. Did I do it? Yeah, I did it! Cool, nice marks. Let's get to the second stage then. New clash at the old theater. A training ground modeled after the ruins of an amphitheater, offering relatively open sight lines. In the exercise scenario, 2 hostile forces investigating the ruins across paths here. And combat is about to break out. Yeah, this is a Mondstadt, ain't it? Oh boy. How the hell am I supposed to get that guy? And he's moving too. Oh cool, they're all marked out for me. Who should I shoot at first? Oh god. Maybe I should get that guy first. Way over there. And that guy... No! God damn it! Okay, I guess we're starting this. I didn't mark them. Oh god, I have to wait a little bit. I'm gonna try getting this guy. Come on, take the shot! Perfect! And then a nice straight shot here. What the hell? There's another person? Right, there it is. Nice! Aw, I have to do this again. Shit. I didn't get the full marks. I'm gonna try shooting that guy way over there if I can. Go, baby, go! Perfect! That got quite a bit of distance there. Okay, totally not in the order that I was gonna do before, but whatever. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Aw, come on! I think I fucked up here. Where's the other guy? There he is. Alright, and I think I got this in the bag. Ah! Ah! That was fine. Oh god. I was shooting all over the damn place. There we go. Blew it out of the water with the distance. Alright, Mountain Standoff. A mountainous training ground with uneven terrain. Its complex elevation changes present a new challenge when planning shot trajectories. But with enough mastery, that challenge can be turned into an advantage that vexes the enemy, allowing a small force of elite troops to delay an enemy force many times its size. What the hell? What are the rings? What the hell are they doing in a hilichurl camp? One time, ideal trajectory rings appear on the drill ground. Pass the observation grenade through them and hit your targets to earn a large number of points. Multiple firing positions are available in the drill ground. Follow the arrow indicators to move between them. Get a full view of the area and plan the most efficient firing trajectory. Alright, how do I do that? Oh, there we go. Okay, definitely got quite a few folks I need to shoot here. Guess I'll just try firing from over here. This might be a little tricky, but let's do it. Alright, now I'm just gonna change things up, of course. Cancel and fire. Gonna wait for that guy to come through. Where's that last guy? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I missed the ring. But, whatever. Pretty sure I did just fine. Yeah, baby! I just barely got... I just had like 110 points over what I just needed. Breakthrough at the Valley Pass. Valleys are classic examples of terrain that is easy to defend and difficult to attack. Even in an age where long-range weapons are widespread. Conducting an effective operation to seize such passes with minimal losses remains one of the most important training subjects for forces of all sides. Interested in looking at that. Oh, got some, like, shields there. Oh, boy. Some targets deploy shields that can block the observation grenade, making the shot ineffective. Plan your trajectory carefully and aim around the shield to hit the target. Duly noted. Looks like I got another spot over that direction. Golly. I mean, is that 7 targets I need to take out? Shoot. I'm gonna try going over... No! Okay, well, I'm starting this. I hit the wrong freaking button again. But at least I made my shot. Ooh, right in your shoulder. Did the guy just say shields are good stuff? Ooh. That was close. Is this the last guy? Yes, he is. Bye-bye! Getting a hang of it. Nice. That was pretty easy. Retake the Strongpoint. An exercise based on a worst-case scenario. A camp anchoring your battle line has been captured by enemy forces. You must regroup for an offensive to retake the entire area. Barracks at varying distances, towering watchtowers, and roving patrols have all become factors that must be carefully analyzed. Oh, you think I'm doing good? Yeah, thanks for that. But at least I'm hitting the targets, at least. Oh god, we got speedier patrols going on. I only have 6 targets. There's one on the watchtower there. Ooh. Yeah, this is a much better view. See, you got 2, 3, 1 guy over there. And fire! I'm just gonna skip actually targeting anybody. Ah! Ooh, wait, grazed the ground. Grazed it. Shoot through the tree, maybe? I should wait for this guy. What about the guy over there? Shoot. I may have goofed a little bit. It's funny how they don't care about their teammates getting hurt. Yeah, you think that you'd probably see one buddy go down. Oh, shit. I think I goofed here. Yeah, shit. I'm just gonna restart the whole damn thing. Now, I probably will mark them. Probably not get the guys in the towers first. I should probably get some of the guys that are probably over there. We're gonna try getting that guy first. I'm gonna wait till he, like, is in the field here. Maybe I should get the guy first. That might be the trickiest one. Get the tower. And there we go. Alright, let's start shooting. In the back. Whoa! Okay. I didn't expect that, but here I am. That was a crazy shot. I totally missed that guy running right there. There's not even a target here. And there we go. Just aimed directly over his crotch. And last guy. Perfect! Yeah, you think that you'd probably see a couple of them falling over. You'd probably go and check it out. But I guess not. Shoot. And I'm already on the last stage. Hunt through the shadowed town. An exercise scenario themed around a desperate situation. Your forces have suffered heavy losses and have been scattered completely. With only small detachments remaining, you must operate at night. Sow chaos in an enemy-controlled town. Take down as many targets as possible and turn the area into a sink for enemy reinforcements, creating an opportunity for your allies to turn the tide. Oh, shoot, they have hounds. They got the mechanized hounds. Oh, I got this whole, bridge I could walk on. Oh, golly gosh, where do I go? Where else can I shoot? Oh, this is around the, this is Poisson. Yeah, this is, yeah, I just realized that was, the Spina's headquarters in Poisson. Right behind us, yeah. There it is. Where should I start firing, though? Definitely that guy first. That way I can get around. To that guy. Around these two. Oh, and I got the ring too. Bye-bye. Oh, shoot. I totally missed the polar guy down there. Yeah. I do like the sound that they make when they get shot. They're like, "Ugh." like they spit a little bit. Oh, this guy's a quick one. Now we got some more stationary targets here. Let's get this guy. Get some more distance going on. Hooray! Yeah, I kind of figured that they were probably just going to use actual places from around the map rather than just making a whole new stage. They're just using just a already made locations. So let me get my rewards here. Oodles and oodles of rewards. Do I really need this for something? I don't know. I feel like I have a shitload of these things. Also, I had heard that apparently there's going to be some kind of exchange that we could do when Shizaya releases. Yeah, that was a pretty cool event. It was nice. It kind of threw me off that I actually had to move around my controller like that, but I could use the joysticks too. So that helped. Yeah, apparently there might be like an exchange for like talent books for like talents materials and shit like that. That's gonna be pretty nice. Show me the Primo gems. But yeah, I have like a shitload of these things, so it might be something nice to trade for like anybody that's just new, trying to level up their equipment. Oh, I get a gun? What the hell is this? The rationale behind the grenade. Ooh, so this is the little pew-pew that we got. This is the musket we're using to shoot the that grenade thing. Yeah, the exchange, I heard about that, and apparently it's gonna only be in Shiznaya. Yeah, I think I only heard that, but at least there's a space for it at all. Because that would be pretty huge to be able to swap any materials that you might need for something that you don't have. And I definitely have plenty of this shit from just doing events and such. It's like, oh god, I don't need these for anything. I've already leveled up all the weapons that I need, and the characters are leveled up and all that. I'm not sure if it's like for material books or just for like, I guess it would make sense, because obviously you can just go over to another player's world and grab like sweet flowers and just open world stuff. So it's pretty huge just to have it exchange just for weapon and talent materials. That's pretty cool. One more? That it? That's it. Let's close this thing out. So, we have a deal. We have a deal. Deal? What deal? Did Paimon miss something important? The formal phrasing would be confirming the signature on a memorandum. The joint training memorandum on improving shooter effectiveness. That is kind of a long-ass title. On reflection, recruiting Miss Chaska to the Special Patrol would mean an incalculable loss of talent for her homeland in Natlan. Not the wisest move. And the Special Patrol's clockwork stable functioning would be unimaginable without Captain Chevros' daily command and coordination. Without her, Fontaine would run into no shortage of trouble. To achieve our objective, we need an unprecedented form of cooperation. What's this astonishing telepathy going on? 2 extra minds have lined up. Yeah, I probably should have figured that these twos would probably end up meeting up. In short, after consulting with Captain Chevros, we've decided to start a long-term study exchange of representatives within 3 months. This plan has strengthened cooperation between the Special Patrol, the Flower Feather Clan, and the Knights of Favonius, while keeping the burdens as low as possible. In the literal sense of those words, you'll send people back and forth. Flower Feather Clan warriors stay in Fontaine for a stretch, and Special Patrol fighters head off to Natlin? Exactly. Now in practice, it's not as simple as just letting people from each side go live in the other country. The selection of the representatives, the lodgings, the daily curriculum, the simulation training and live drill schedules, the budget arrangements, every detail needs systematic planning. And we'll be focused on the weak spots, addressing each with its own specific remedy. For instance, the Natlinese warriors don't pay much attention to formation theory, and the Fontanian shooters have almost no live experience with movement against movement marksmanship. So, we'll have the Natlinese warriors work into this Hillplan squad level units, and we'll have the Kukasaurs grab the special patrol shooters by the shoulders, fly them low, and have them shoot at intercepting targets. Wow, that sounds horrifically dangerous.
That sounds way too strict.
If you can actually pull it off, the results would be tremendous. Many of the planned courses also rely on excellent equipment from our Mondstadt allies. Representatives from the Knights of Favonius are essential, and any results from the program should be shared with them.
Captain Chevros, that's most thoughtful of you. Once again, our thanks for your generous offer.
In the drills, the observation grenades, and the suite of equipment all performed normally. We'll continue regular deliveries per the existing procurement contract. As for sending representatives for study, please let me convey this back to our headquarters so that the officers can issue a formal reply. I'll provide you with the formal written documentation. I'll be waiting for good news from you. And to close, the topic should return to our ballistic war game. Captain Chevros is uncommonly pleased with this round's results, after all. Yes, with your remarkable control group performance to compare against, our final piece of the puzzle is in place. Cool, we did a good service. This drill has produced a wealth of ballistic planning thinking samples, covering shooters of every skill level, enough to substantially improve the original musket marksmanship textbooks, and even the instructor manuals for shooter training. Efficiency should be raised 7-fold. Feel free to call me for the next war game. That's just what I was waiting to hear. Rest assured, I'll send you a letter the moment the time comes. With the marksmanship talents you're showing, you ought to be sitting on the test setter's side for the table next time.
Helping our friends in Mondstadt, Fontaine, and Natlin all get stronger is the best feeling there is.
Yes, it is, Paimon.
If one day Paimon hears that the books have helped put together produced an amazing warrior, and that warrior drove off the monsters with a few quick shots, keeping everyone safe, that feeling would be just as good as scaring the bad guys off ourselves. Proud and crowded all at once.
Yeah, that's sweet, Paimon. Okay, that was that with that event. Players who hate getting Ascension materials like the Scarabs would love that. You might also find it helpful if you want to get the Samiro Scarabs for sign out. Dog, I have plenty of Scarabs. Look at that. I think by count, I think you need like 160 of them to fully ascend him, and where the hell is it? I got 179. So that's just for me scrounging them up passively for the past 3 freaking years. So I think I'm definitely going to be fine with that. If anything, I definitely have enough to spare for people that have to level up Sino. I'm happy to share that. But I kind of figured, I guess it's a much easier way to... You can just go to, like, another person's world and you can scrounge up whatever local specialties that they might have. I mean, granted, if you ask them first. Let's see, 168 is the one you need, so I'm shocked you have so many. Yeah, I just would randomly pick these up whenever I happen to be out in the deserts of Sumeru. I think there's, like, one that's outside of Aru Village. I think I probably picked up a few from over there. There's a couple spaces where you could actually get 2 of them. So, yeah, I definitely have, like, enough to do that. But I figured it would probably be more for, like, Ascension, for talent books and such. But since, yeah, it kind of sucks doing some of the domains where it's just, like, so grueling. Like, how... What was this one? They totally had to redo this domain here. It was totally different from what it was before. I forgot what it was, but this way, the way they have this domain set up now, it's definitely a lot easier to get through it. You have 189 of the ones needed for Risley. Yeah, and for Charlotte? There was, like, another character that needs it. I think it was Chevros, actually. Which I don't know if anyone else needs them besides Sandrone. Yeah, I could have sworn that there was at least one other character that needed the beetles. Yeah, I think when I was, just doing mining in the waters, I would always come to this location. Because there's, like, 3 of them sitting here. 3 or 4 of them. Yep, there's 1, 2, and 3. I thought there was one more over here. Yeah, 4. That's pretty much how I've been able to collect them every couple of days whenever I would come and do mining here. I would start up here, usually, and then I would go down into the water and start mining ores that are down there. That is a tall-ass mountain. That's a much taller mountain. I can't believe I actually had to fucking climb that at one point. Yeah, who the hell else needed them? I could have sworn that maybe one of the other Fontaine characters might need it. Was it Chevros? Nah, she needed the gears. What about Charlotte? I don't think it was her, though. Oh, she's in the team. Nope, she needed the gears, too. I guess I was thinking Chevros with the, boss drops, because hers is the same as Nuvalet's. We have to fight the, Millennium Seahorse. Fontaine is always so beautiful. The mining here must be great, too. Oh, yeah, great mining in Fontaine. Yeah, I had a whole system of mining, all the ore that was kind of in this area, a little bit over here, pretty much everywhere I would mine all the ore that I could get here. There's a little bit here around, Elena's, mouth. I don't really go down here too much, but I would definitely, like, go over in this area. I kind of avoided that. There's not a whole lot of ore here, so I kind of just avoid doing that. This area, it just really throws me off about which direction I'm even going in. But yeah, I would get a shitload of ore from this area.
Yeah, seriously. Don't break the law.
But yeah, it's a gorgeous place. I mean, look at that. Kind of freaky with the cubes, though. Let's see. I guess before I close out today, I'll probably go make a visit to Silvermoon Hall. Because, yeah, we could visit Columbina again. What is your favorite region? Let's see. Well, Leeway, I definitely had to do a shitload of climbing. I mean, obviously, I'd have to do a lot with, Natlan. I think Natlan was pretty cool. But I really liked, getting around in the, forests of Sumeru, so probably, those two, just Natlan in general, and moving around in the forest part of wait, actually, never mind, scratch that. It really sucked, trying to navigate Sumeru when I first started, because they didn't have layer mapping, so I would probably go to, like, oh, there's a waypoint, like, right over here. I'm like, why the hell am I underground? So, I take that back. I like doing the overground stuff, because you can go around like Spider-Man and shit. But as soon as I had to navigate anything down in the ground, it was just a horror show. It would just suck so hard. So I take that back. I'll just pick Natlan for traveling and stuff. It's quite a varied environments here. I mean, we got actual, like, an active volcano over here. We got some water. We got mountains and stuff. It's just fun moving around there, especially if you, like, inhabit, like, Saurian. It was so fun. So I'd say I'll just pick Natlan as my answer. Fuck trying to do anything underground, especially here. Oh my god, that sucked hella. Anyway, let's go visit Columbina. Hi, Bina. What's going on? What we gonna do today? Are we gonna do painting, or am I gonna fix you up like a meal? Damn, I could really go for like a really nice grilled cheese right now.
The Kuhenki and I were just playing a picture guessing game. Would you like to join?
Oh boy, I love this one.
Go on now, friends.
What they gonna do?
All you need to do is guess what the picture is.
What the hell is that thing? It's not an umbrella. Oh, it's the Kubaki Experimental Design Bureau. That's what it is.
Did you play this with the Kuhenki before and forget to tell us?
Wait, first I've seen that one.
The structures the Fatui have raised in Nodcry are far too bold. Even the Kuhenki can remember them.
Once the game is over, the Kuhenki rush towards you.
Thank you for taking the time to play with the Kuhenki.
I love being surrounded by these little guys.
I hope we can have just as much fun playing together next time.
Well, that was a simple little visit to Silvermoon Hall. Okay, now I'm gonna close it up here. Sumeru was probably my favorite. The exploration and quests were so fun to explore. And Azuma was also great, but Leeway is probably my home. So yeah, you like Leeway? Yeah, definitely would agree with you there. A lot of pretty sites over in Chenyu Vale. That was really cool. You can even take like a boat ride, a personally rowed boat ride with nice local singing. That was cool to do that. But yeah, very beautiful sights over over there. in Leeway. Chasm is pretty cool too. Damn. I remember having to run around there trying to find, like, I don't know, a miner or whatever that wants to collect like a bunch of relics and stuff. That was like a mission where you had to find several relics for somebody's grave or something like that. I forgot what it was all about, but man, it was a bitch trying to find all that stuff. But at least most of the area is easy to like climb up and stuff. It wasn't like in the Sumeru Desert where they have like those weird mountains that kind of like jut out, and it's like, okay, I can't climb over this stuff. That sucked hard. And Inazuma's definitely pretty okay, you know, once you kind of lift that fog on that one distant island over there. And the lightning storms. Oh my god, the lightning storms. Tarasuna furnace. Oh god, I would hate going over there before I finally figured out how to fix the furnace. That was a whole thing, because my characters weren't doing too good. Because you had to like do like one last fight, like battle there right underneath the Sarasuna, and I think it would always die or not be quick enough with the fight, because I think my character sucked at that point, and I didn't know how to do anything like team comps or how to use any characters or whatever. It just took a good long time to actually get everything sorted out over there. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of pretty places over there. I mean, I guess Mondstadt's, it's pretty simple kind of area there. Not too high cliffs and everything like that. Although it probably was just kind of, you don't have to do too much climbing though, especially if you're starting in Mondstadt. You don't have a whole lot of stamina. God, I remember trying to climb up to, where was it? To the Stormbearer Mountains, just like, I'm like start at Starfield Lake and I'm trying to climb up the whole sheer cliff, and I was like level 20. I wasn't even level 20 because there was actually a sign there that said, yeah, you probably want to level up your characters before you come into this area, and I said, nah, screw that, I'll be fine. And then I got jumped by a bunch of little churls and died. I had to get help, I think, for the final fight under the furnace years ago. Oh, definitely. That was kind of hard, especially since, again, you're taking, like, constant electro damage. There's still one area down in Inazuma that's still like that. That's, like, where like, the slash was from, like, a fight. Yeah, it's in, Yashiori Island. There's just that huge straight cut through the island from where Raiden Shogun did her ultimate attack to defeat Urabashi, I think. Yeah, it was Urabashi, because that's where their body is right now. I mean, it's definitely nice going to Sarasuna, because there's, like, a bunch of stuff you can get there, like, just a bunch of shinies and stuff. Just get some extra food stuffs and more, maybe a artifact here or there for fodder. Raiden is so badass. Yeah, she's pretty badass. Well, her banner's up again, alongside Columbina. You think you're probably going to get a copy of her this time around? Or I'm personally, I mean, I probably could do like another constellation on Columbina, but I think she's probably okay as she is right now. I kind of want to save for any new characters coming up in Shesnaya. Literally any of the guys. Literally any of them. So I definitely look forward to that. So that means since the banners had changed out today or yesterday, pretty recently, that means we only have like a couple more weeks before Shiznaya comes up, and we're gonna get like a preview coming up, probably like another 2 weeks or something like that. Usually they have the preview about the week before the patch update, just see what's all going up in there. So we'll probably get more information about that, about Shiznaya and the folks that are there, the enemies that are there. There's gonna be a shitload of like phase and stuff. They're just all over the damn place. You have both of them. Okay, I have both of them, so I'd rather just save for Shiznaya. Yeah, I was thinking that most people are probably doing that now. I'm pretty sure everybody has a copy of Raiden Shogun at this point, since she's pretty much showed up in every patch where she's available during like any kind of whenever we get to a new nation or whatever. She always gets a banner that pops up. Let's see, and though this is the first Raiden without Kujo-Sara featured on the 4-star list, really? So, yeah, Kujo-Sara has always been featured alongside Raiden when her banner's out. Huh. That's interesting. Although I haven't really tried playing Kujo-Sara at all. Maybe like a few times just to, I don't know, if I need like a bow user or something like that. That's probably it. I think the last thing I used her for was, I don't know, getting like those monuments, those elemental monuments that are probably, that you see everywhere in some of the older regions. I don't really see them all that much in newer regions. But yeah, you have to like infuse them with certain elemental stuff. I think I was doing some, trying to activate all the those monuments over in somewhere in Inazuma, and I was just like, you know what, I'll pull out Kujo-Sara for this. Right, and it's also the only Archon that hasn't been featured in the story in these Luna versions. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we've got Venti, even Mulan showed up, and well, of course, we had the whole situation in Sumeru, even Zhongli. I guess technically for Lantern, right? I guess. Yeah, she kind of keeps her. Yeah, she's kind of used to just keeping low key, just staying at home. Literally, her whole thing is just meditating in the plane of euthymia or something like that. She just keeps to herself a bit and just lets the puppet do her own thing. But yeah, not a whole lot of attention to the Archon of Inazuma. That's kind of strange to think about. But who knows? She might get a little bit more attention with like Shiznaya or whatever. Probably happened to address the whole thing with Rosalind, since she was the one that slayed her. But I doubt she would actually, you know, get her Heine over to Shiznaya or whatever to address any of that. Let's see, what's going on? Ugh. Yeah, that is just kind of strange to think about her not actually showing up in any storylines or whatever so far in this patch. She's definitely a much more reserved of the Archons, but again, that's kind of her whole thing. So I definitely want to like to see how things are going to be with the latest Archon that's going to be coming out, the Saritsa herself. What was her name? Like Anastasia? That's like part of her name. She had like a long ass name for herself. So I definitely like to see a little bit more info about how she operates and stuff. You think we're probably gonna see her like pretty quickly? Like the Traveler's actually gonna meet up with the Cryo Archon pretty early on, because Yeah, I'm just kind of interested how we're the order that we're actually going to meet some of these folks, because obviously we're probably going to end up, it seems just like every time we actually get introduced to a new region, the first 4-star character that we end up meeting ends up being the free playable character. We didn't get that with Inazuma either. We didn't get a free 4-star from Inazuma. That's also kind of weird because, yeah, we first met Amber, and she ended up being our first character that we get. Then we first meet our first native from Liyue, which was Xiangling, and you can get her for free. We met Kale, and we get her for free. Well, I think you actually have to progress a bit in Spiral Abyss in order to get her a copy of her for free. Then, of course, Natlin, we first met up Kachita. She ends up being our free character. Lynette, she gets to be our free character from Fontaine. Aino ended up being our free 4-star character in Nightcry. And I'm just kind of interested because what was his name? Let me look it up really quick. Is it Elosha? He's like gonna be another. He's like that hunter guy with like his dogs and everything. I wonder if he's gonna be the first free 4-star character in Chesnaya, which is interesting because if you haven't noticed, all the other ones have been girls. They've all been girls. So he'll be our first 4-star character that we get to free that's actually a male, which is pretty interesting. That it took so many years for them to just hand out like a free 4-star character that's a dude. But yeah, that would be interesting to have for that to happen. Ugh. Oh god. Yeah, I really hope that he's the free 4-star character. That would definitely be something different. If because he's probably going to be the first character that we end up meeting there. Most likely. But I think it's going to be a while before we actually get to meet the Tsaritsa herself. Alright. But I think I'll just save a bit of any more talking until maybe the next patch shows the next patch preview comes up in like another week or two, I think. Excuse me, I am burpy. There has to be something going on with Raiden, though, right? Because they always put the character banners with people who are featured in the patch. I mean, maybe. That's probably the only thing that's really going on with her, that she just gets has a banner that runs along another character that's pretty special, that had a main focus during the patch, and right now she's running alongside Columbina, the moon goddess. So, oh yes, yeah, there's also a chance we might see Tsaritsa early, since rumors say we are getting something similar to Columbina's Silvermoon Hall quest. Well, yeah, I kind of figure that they have been kind of changing up how we interact with the characters, mostly because they're actually out in you can go to some locations and they're just out and about doing whatever it is that they do. Like Itlua, got the coal and such. They're out hanging in their spots in Nod Cry. I think there's a little bit with like Lowen, I suppose. You can meet up Lowen and Prune out in the wild. Up in Dormant Port area. So we kind of figured that maybe there would be something where we can probably meet up with other specific characters. And of course, the Saritsa. We'd probably have something like that with the Saritsa. So I kind of like it. It's definitely an interesting thing that they've moved on to. All right, so what am I gonna be doing? Oh yeah, apparently there was a countdown timer for the Fate's Stay Night collab with HSR, and I think we have like literally a day left before it drops, so probably gonna head back over to HSR to probably do that one event that's been sitting in my missions list for since the match started. I'll try to do that, get that out of the way, and then probably check out the Fate collab going on. And I'll probably just stick there for a couple of days on HSR, where I'll do some currency wars, and then I'll hop back onto Genshin at some point when I have some free time, and then to do not like event shit and all that. And then yeah, do some more exploring on the moon, because I got plenty of time. The moon's not going anywhere, so yeah, that's kind of my plan right now. So stay tuned for that, everybody. So nice seeing you again, Mystic. Thanks for staying on the stream here. And I will see everybody tomorrow at some point. Hopefully I'll be on time. I'm gonna try getting something to eat. There's some nice banana bread that my mom made, and I'm gonna have at it like crazy. I love banana bread, so I'm gonna be doing that. So y'all have a good day, afternoon, or evening, and I'm gonna get on with the rest of my night and try to be productive, because oh my god, my head freaking hurts so bad. All right, well, bye bye everybody.